see. Do we have sound?
Just like that.
Okay, cool. So
I love
now,
it, man. I love it.
Look at that.
What just happened now? Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what happened now is actually the XRP was transmitted from the customer Sum wallet, and this is real XRP, so I just put like I think $5 in XRP. It's like what 12 something, 12 point sign. And because we had on the back end, on the merchant side, we had the thing set for uphold. That's going to go right to the merchant's uphold account, which is super cool. That being said, if we go to, this is the more important part. If we go to QuickBooks, if I click on Duke's basketball camp, look what just happened. The balance went down to $30, and it shows that it was paid on the 25th for $5 using, guess what, XRP. And if I click on the thing where it says view payment, I can see here that it's showing that the payment method is XRP. It's not using Visa. It's not using MasterCard. We're going all out, guys. This is what it is. This is a real thing you can use. So I just used XRP, which is, I'm assuming it's a currency. I'd say that's what it is to me. It's a virtual currency. And you can see also, if I move this over, that there's a memo, and it's showing that I paid 12.33 XRP via XR phone. And it includes the
Now that was cool, huh? I just wanted to show you guys that to start this off. I wasn't sure if we had sound. Good morning. How are you guys doing? My name is Christian Israel, and you are tuned in to Christ and Crypto in the Morning, guys. This is the place where we, every single day, talk about the markets in threes. And you've actually tuned into the first section, which is called the Daily Topics. And this is where we look at the market in the news cycle perspective. And something I came across just this morning, which, I mean, it's not new, but I thought this was pretty cool. And shout out to James Rule XRP and the little video he has in here. And this is him getting his invoice on QuickBooks, which I use for our clients, QuickBooks. And then they're able to pay it with XRP through the Yum wallet or the Zum wallet or whatever they call it. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I just wanted to share that with you today. Good morning, Bullish on XRP. Good morning, everybody else, guys. If you are in here and you have used XRP as a currency, you know what you got to do. You got to give that like to the currency. You got to. Because that's how it rolls. Because XRP is a currency. Okay, enough said. How's your day? You hit that like button yet? Are you here joining me on this Friday? We're here for the news right now. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into some of those news. And one of those I'm going to jump in is right off the bat. We're going to jump into Circle's comments. So Circle made some comments recently. The founder of Zebek, okay, made some comments on USDC. That's what I meant to say, not Circle. But here's the comments, and I just want to save it. I was going to bring up the article, and this is the article right here. That Zebek launches real-time streaming USD payments with support from Circle Ventures. Okay, and what he says here is USDC behaves like a dollar with superpowers. It's a stable and transparent, yet it can move across the world in seconds. At the speed of the internet, the possibilities of commerce are limitless. You guys know with the FUD going on in the UST, USDT, and all the other things, there's a bunch of FUD. Now we are heading towards the birth of the USDC, or the Federal Reserve Central Bank digital currency, the US digital dollar. We are on our way there. We know that Circle runs behind it, IBM's behind it, BlackRock has backed it, and we're here. So I wanted to share that with you because when it's time for us to move into stable coins, some of you guys already are, and you might save 10-15% here on stable coins if you go back and go into stable coins now. Not sure. But when it's time to cash out and we move into stable coins, USDC, when you move into your USDC, by the way, that will be reported to the IRS. I'm just going to point that out because the USDC is a instrument for the United States government. Well, really, the Federal Reserve is what it's an instrument for. So be careful there. Be careful there. Because they're going to be doing things like this with USDC, which is pretty cool, though. They're going to use it for their payroll, their Roth, IRA, and 401k. We just saw XRP being used for payments. In fact, I want to show you something real quick. Where's my Masari? I always spell it wrong. And I know I just closed it out. So let's do this. History. Maybe I didn't just close it out. I thought I did. Is it MESS? Yep, there it is. Okay, it is MESS. All right, I'm going to play it for you real quick, and then I'm going to go to data, and I want to show you something. You see where this says XRP? Right? So you got your assets, your price, your 7-day trend, reported market cap, volume, change versus 30 days, change over the year, and then the sector. What sector it's actually in. You got Bitcoin is in the currencies, Ethereum and smart contract platforms, Tether stablecoins, USDC stablecoins, BNB, centralized exchange. And then you come up to XRP, currencies. I just want to point that out. It literally says currencies there. Okay. That's enough for me. You already know if you're in this channel. And, you know, I get a little hot at the lips. And speaking of hot at the lips, HSBC suspends executives for climate comments. No. HSBC is not suspending executives for stealing. Hold on. Watch this. HSBC money. All right, so HSBC was fined $85 million for anti-money laundering failings. 5 months ago, 6 months, 5.5 months ago. Okay? Through this whole thing, here's the comment that was made. Excuse me. Try not to die. This is the comment that was made. These failings are unacceptable and expose the bank community to avoidable risks, especially as their remediation took such a long time. Also, pleased to resolve this matter. HSBC is deeply committed to combating financial crime and protecting the integrity of global financial system. No one was fired, though. No one was fired or suspended. But Mr. Kirk, who is Stuart Kirk, who is the head of responsible investment and research at Asset Management. This is the funny thing. So this guy's in charge of responsible investments. Right? Responsible investments. I have something in my throat right now. And it is real. It is real. Cat hair everywhere. Can't even breathe. So, comments made by Stuart Kirk, the head of responsible investment research, asset management. So he made some comments. You know, they can steal millions of dollars from people. But he made a comment, and his comments about the ESG, climate exchange, you know, the World Economic Forum, the United Nations, and all those science people. I'm going to say science people because I believe science people don't believe in God. I believe God and the science and other stuff and themselves are the devil or they're God, right? So I say science people because looking, you know, for instance, yeah, This is why this channel gets in trouble right here. For instance, the science people can't give a definition of what a woman is, right? But they can tell you the world's burning apart. And here, this guy says, Stewart says, human beings have been fantastic at adapting to change, adapting to climate emergencies, and will continue to do so. Who cares if Miami is 6 meters underwater in 100 years? Amsterdam's been 6 meters underwater for ages, and that's a really nice place. 25 years in the finance industry, there's always some nut job telling me about the end of the world, said Mr. Kirk, recalling late 1990s worries about the Y2K computing bug. The video of his speech was available on the newspaper's Financial Times live YouTube video. Central banks are particularly annoying because they haven't spent enough time worrying about inflation and growth and why it's going out of control, and I've spent way too much time on climate risk, he added, querying how those institutions model related stress tests. Sound familiar? I'm like, yeah, exactly. These banks are so worried about weather, but they're not worried about $7 gas outside. And what I just remembered, so side note, while we're looking at markets real quick, side note, I went to McDonald's on Monday morning, and then I went to McDonald's on Tuesday morning. My McDonald's breakfast, I got a number 2 with a caramel macchiato. Okay, just a little quick something. Didn't feel like doing anything that morning. It cost me $8.96. That was Monday, May 31st. And I'm going to bring these receipts to you on Monday. I forgot. They're in the car right now. On June 1st, the same meal cost $9.21. The same meal the next day, 20 cents more. Now, 10% raise on $8 is 80 cents. So you're telling me there was a 2%, like, right? Because then 5% of that is 40 cents. So 2.5% raise on my, or price increase on my McDonald's. 2.5% in one day. And I'm going to bring those receipts. Because right now you're like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. But you know what else doesn't really make sense? The state of New York. The state of New York in general, to me, just doesn't make sense. From 2008 Lehman Brothers crashing, Wall Street crashing, the housing crashing, nobody going to jail except some random guy who's a secretary, to them saying Bernie Madoff went somewhere. Yeah, okay. One person. So much that they're focused on banning Bitcoin. Now, you guys know I am not a Bitcoin maxi whatsoever, but I am a fair and free market maxi. I think if Bitcoin wants to fail on its own, we should let it fail on its own. That's how I feel, right? If Bitcoin's going to push and people want to invest, fire away at it. If people want to put their money in Luna 2.0 and lose 90% back-to-back days, go at it. If you want to spend money on strong nodes right now, go at it. If you want to spend money on Safe Haven right now, go at it. Doge, Shiba Inu, whatever you want to do, XRP, XLM, whatever your bag is, go do it. And if that project fails, it fails. But at least it had a fair chance of failing. The bill, once approved by Governor Kathy Hochul, would make New York the first state in the U.S. to put a moratorium on crypto mining. So they approved a controversial proof of work mining ban that would permit any new Bitcoin mining operations in the state. Now, you know me, I'm moving out to West Texas here in a week and a half. And so are a lot of crypto mining, right? Look. West, watch, I can just do this. Watch this. West Texas Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency mining facility debuts in West Texas, Dickens County. Nestled a few miles north of the town Dickens, down a gravel road is a 125,000 square foot warehouse full of high-tech supercomputing equipment that seemed to pop up overnight. West Texas. I don't even know where that is. Dickens County. You guys want to know where Dickens County is? Let's do this. We're going to do this just like this. We're going to figure out where Dickens County is right now so everyone can see where Bitcoin mining is happening. Ready? Let's take it on a ride, shall we? All right, we're going to go 3D. Man, even 3D, there's nothing there, huh? Dickens County, West Texas. And you know what's crazy? I'll show you where I am moving to. This is where I'm located right now in Dallas. Lubbock is right outside of Texas Tech. This is Lubbock, Texas, is where the University of Texas Tech is. Abilene Christian College is here. University of Texas Austin is here, right? SMU is here. And University of Texas El Paso is over here, which you don't even see on the map, which is crazy to me. Because here's El Paso, Texas. Yoop, right there. Far West Texas. That's where we're going. We're going to build our crypto world right here. This is the goal. This is where I feel like I'm being called to build the crypto world. So if you're in El Paso, Texas, reach out to me because there's not a lot out here, unlike Dallas, unlike San Antonio, unlike Houston, unlike Austin. There's not one in El Paso. And I believe this is the next popping city. So while New York is banning and putting a moratorium on Bitcoin mining, Texas and West Texas specifically is opening it up. What are your thoughts on that? Hit that, smash that like button if you're agreeing with me that any crypto should be allowed to fail on its own. Whether you love Bitcoin or not, whether you love mining or not, whatever you want in crypto, hit that like button if you feel every project should be allowed to fail on its own. We don't need the government coming in to tell us how it's going to fail. If it's going to fail, let it fail. Luna, it failed. Luna 2.0, it's already fallen and failed, right? If XRP fails, guess what? It fails. But we don't need people telling us what technology we should and should not use. Because if it was up to the governments, I would have never been able to use uTorrent. You remember uTorrent, right? Or I can't think of some of the other ones I use to download things after the Napster area anyway, right? Little torrents so you could download movies and stuff. They hated it, but they figured a way to make it illegal. But we still do it. We still do it because it's FUD. It's straight FUD. And speaking of FUD, Coinbase chief legal officer responds to the SEC's disclosure FUD. Paul Grau, the chief legal officer of Coinbase, highlighted that the funds of customers are protected legally and physically. Says, as fears surrounded the Coinbase exchange run wild, Paul, the chief legal officer of Coinbase, assured customers that their funds are safe within the exchange. In an SEC disclosure made by Coinbase back in May, certain parts of the document mentioned that in case of bankruptcy, crypto assets held in custody on behalf of its customers may be subject to bankruptcy proceedings, and that customers may become unsecured creditors in the process. You guys remember that whole thing, right? And so here's what he says. There's been a serious question that the assets on Coinbase are safe. We have more than $6 billion in the bank. In the bank. Take it. In the bank. Are financially strong and have legal and operational protections for customers to invest. Good morning, Lee. Good morning, Lee Lord. Good to see you, brother. So he ascribes that right there. $6 billion in the bank. Take it. And another one. So we know what's going on there. I just want to address that because the SEC is coming at people from all different. Even Coinbase, who delisted XRP, either wrongly or correctly. What side are you on? And they're still getting crap from the SEC because the SEC is going to rule with an iron fist. So much that everyone keeps quitting on the SEC. Not just newbies, but the veterans are quitting under Gary Gensler, ruling with an iron fist. Mr. Monty Burns himself, in the flesh. In the flesh. And it says here, internal SEC sources are indicating that over a dozen staff attorneys have decided to quit the SEC ever since Gary Gensler was appointed last year as the chair. That's all it took. I think I just highlighted that whole thing. I didn't even mean to. The whole thing is highlighted now. Oh well. This is how we get rid of that. Nope, I can't get rid of it because the whole thing is highlighted. All right. So the amount of turnover has never been experienced, blah, 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 blah. It says, however, it seems that this is no longer the case and is no longer a top choice for applicants, and lost so much experience will likely hamper the SEC's enforcement. So the veterans have now walked away, and now they're trying to bring rookies, but the rookies come from a world that they understand crypto. They understand the assets, and they understand what Gary, Monty Burns, Gensler, excellent. You think I'm kidding? Look, hold on. You guys know this Monty Burns, Gary Gensler. Like, for real. Hold on. I know. Look. Come on. I mean, for real. Like, is the Simpsons for real or are the Simpsons for real? Because, yeah, that guy owns a power plant. But in reality, look. Power grab. Take over the world. Pinky in the brain. That's what it feels like. And then this is the Fox News report. It says, there are always turnover with the change in administrations, but the loss of so much experience in a short time is unusual and bound to hamper the agency's enforcement efforts at the time when Gensler wants to be so tough. An SEC enforcement veteran tells Fox Business. The problem with working for Gensler, multiple SEC sources tell Fox Business, is both style and substance. He doesn't have class. There's no class with his brass. It's just him sticking things up our paperwork. Sticking things up our paperwork. People at the SEC are complaining about his expansive agenda, pushing the commission into new areas of enforcement such as crypto regulation and mandating new company disclosures on issues like the environment. That, combined with the brusque management style, has created a toxic work environment at the SEC, people say. Now, we already know we're over him. Sorry, that was one of their funny things. So, leaders with 50 years of experience quit under Gary Gensler's tenure. A record SEC veterans have resigned under Gary Gensler's leadership. Court rules SEC internal judges are unconstitutional. SEC director accused of corruption. Anti-corruption watchdog sues the SEC. When Gensler was appointed as the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission last year, he was quickly dubbed a tyrant of crypto on Twitter by critics who claimed that he was aggressively anti-crypto. According to Fox Business, staff attorneys in the SEC's Division of Enforcement have quit under Gary Gensler, who crypto Twitter now calls just another train wreck under the Biden administration. Oh boy. The SEC officials Christina Littman, Jennifer Letty, and Adam Adderton have all recently left the agency with a combined total of nearly 50 years of on the job. 50 years. Let me see what this has to say, then we'll get out of here. Let's see here. What day was this? Let's go ahead and take a listen.
The SEC, these are people that are staff attorneys. They work in the enforcement division and elsewhere. And it's not just the union that's chafing under him. It's the attorneys, the people that run the place are chafing. They're saying that his management style, brusque, demanding, unflinching. his workload, I mean, he's doing everything from cracking down on crypto to ESG to you name it. This has a very expansive regulatory agenda that this is leading to massive amounts of departures, even more so than in the past. We understand that 3 left today. We should point out that, so these are 3 pretty senior people. Christina Littman, head of the cyber unit. That's pretty big within the enforcement division. Jennifer Lite, associate director of enforcement, and Adam Adderton, co-chief of asset management enforcement. Again, for we understand, more than a dozen have departed since Gensler's appointment. And I'll tell you, I've covered SEC chiefs for years. I've seen really demanding ones. I've covered Arthur Levitt. I covered even Richard Breedenbach. Shows you how old I am.
Harvey Pitt.
Harvey Pitt.
Chris Cox.
Chris Cox. You just did not see this level of turnover, this level of, I don't want to work for this guy. And it's not just the top, it's pervasive. Again, he's got massive problems with the SEC union. You know, they're rebelling over all sorts of stuff involving their workload. Now he's got issues with people that are, you know, the core people at the SEC, these staff attorneys who are leaving left and right. The latest 3 we just pointed out. And again, you got to ask yourself, why under him and not under Jay Clayton? Why under him and not Mary Jo White was no wimp. Remember, she was the SEC chief under Obama. She was
Mary Jo White, by the way, and I'll stop that there because it's 9:30. Mary Jo White, by the way, is an attorney currently for Ripple. Just going to point that out. And now that we've had the charts making a decision, we're going to go ahead and close the daily topics out for the day. Gary Gensler ruling with an iron fist. SEC banning Bitcoin via moratorium in New York. Coinbase FUD. Comments, circle. That cuts it out pretty much what we've spoken about today. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in to the Daily Topics on a Friday, just full of the news cycle. I'm your boy Christian Israel, and you are tuned into Christ and Crypto in the Morning, the Daily Topics section, here every single Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. live. Hit that like button, subscribe, do the social media thing. I truly appreciate you. You know what it is. We'll talk more soon. See you Monday. God bless. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, you know, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.